Dark mysteries in history that are impossible to solve. Nobody can deny that people are naturally curious, regardless of whether they're ardent Sherlock Holmes fans or not. We are all fascinated by mysteries, and whenever we come across a riddle, we are eager to figure out the answer. Escape games are becoming more popular among people of all ages, and this is one of the main causes. By giving you a one-of-a-kind opportunity to solve a mystery, they allow you to test your sleuthing abilities. But what are the biggest mysteries no one has been able to solve to date? Welcome to Discovery Unraveled. Many things have baffled mankind for hundreds of years, including the Bermuda Triangle, dark matter, Jack the Ripper, the dancing plague of 1518, and more. If you're interested in learning about the world's greatest mysteries, this video is for you. Stay tuned to learn about mysteries from everyday life that rival the most elaborate mysteries from literature. First of all, let us start with a familiar name. Number 1. Jack the Ripper. Who was Jack the Ripper? In 1888, Jack the Ripper killed at least 5 women in London, mutilating their bodies. Police received several letters purportedly from the Ripper, mocking their search for the serial killer. Scholars disagree on whether any of them were genuinely written by the Ripper. From these letters, Jack the Ripper is derived. Needless to say, the Ripper was never located, and over the years a large number of individuals have been suggested as candidates. In his 2012 book, Jack the Ripper, The Hand of a Woman, John Morris suggests that a woman called Lizzie Williams was the Ripper. However, other Ripper specialists put doubt on it. It is improbable that we will ever know for sure who Jack the Ripper really is. On July 30th, 1975, in Oakland County, Michigan, the Teamster Union head who was connected to organized crime vanished. He was ruled legally dead in 1982. His killer or killers' identities and the whereabouts of his body remain a mystery. Numerous locations in Detroit and Oakland County have been looked for by police and forensic anthropologists without success. One widely held belief was that Hoffa's body was interred in New Jersey's Giants Stadium. However, this theory has been debunked. The FBI visited a former landfill in New Jersey on October 25th and 26th, 2021 to perform a site survey, according to the New York Times. The survey was conducted in response to a landfill worker's deathbed admission that he and his father had been accused of burying Hoffa's body in a steel barrel beneath the dump in 1975. Evidently, the agents failed to locate the steel barrel. As the years go by, it appears increasingly unlikely that Hoffa's remains will ever be found. Number 2. Cleopatra's tomb. Where is Cleopatra's tomb? When Cleopatra VII and her lover Mark Antony passed away in 30 BC, according to ancient sources, they were interred in the same tomb. The tomb, according to the historian Plutarch, was a lofty and beautiful monument that housed gold, silver, emeralds, pearls, ebony, and ivory artifacts. It was situated close to a temple dedicated to the ancient Egyptian goddess Isis. The location of the tomb remains a mystery. In 2010, Zahi Hawass, Egypt's former antiquities minister, performed excavations at a site near Alexandria, now dubbed Taposiris Magna, which has a number of tombs belonging to the era when Cleopatra VII ruled Egypt. Cleopatra's tomb was not one of the numerous intriguing archaeological finds, according to Hawass, who published a number of news releases. Archaeologists have noted that even if Cleopatra's tomb did survive until this day, it may be extensively robbed and unidentified. Number 3. Who killed JFK? This is possibly the largest enigma in American history that will never be resolved to everyone's satisfaction. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas on November 22, 1963 by Lee Harvey Oswald, although some believe he wasn't the only shooter. Before Oswald could face justice, on November 24th, Jack Ruby, the proprietor of a nightclub, shot and killed Oswald. Lung cancer claimed Ruby's life on January 3rd, 1967. The theory that Oswald killed JFK on his own initiative and that Ruby also killed Oswald on his own initiative is the most frequently accepted one. To spare Jacqueline Kennedy the discomfort of Oswald coming back to trial was Ruby's declared goal. However, a sizable portion of professional historians, as well as many amateurs, continue to disagree with this theory. And since JFK's passing, a number of competing theories have been put forth by historians and non-historians alike. A firm consensus won't likely ever be achieved because it's doubtful that any important new evidence will surface. Number 4. Oak Island. Is there a money pit on Oak Island? Stories about a treasure trove on Oak Island off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, have been circulating for more than 200 years. It is said to have been left there by the infamous pirate Captain William Kidd. Millions of dollars have been spent over the years on numerous expeditions to the island in search of the ill-fated treasure. Despite centuries of searching, no treasure has been found on Oak Island, but that doesn't stop people from looking for it. A contemporary expedition is followed in the 9th season of the reality television program The Curse of Oak Island on the History Channel, which debuted in 2021. Are you enjoying the video? Then the rest of the list will amaze you. Before moving on to number 5, subscribe to Discovery Unraveled and also enable the bell icon. Number 5, Copper Scroll Treasure. Is the Copper Scroll treasure real? The older treasure story is probably never going to be solved. In 1952, a copper scroll was found by archaeologists in a cave along with other Dead Sea Scrolls at the site of Qumran. As its name suggests, the writing was engraved onto a copper scroll. The scroll records a vast amount of hidden gold and silver treasure, so much in fact that some scholars believe that it is impossible for it to exist. The scroll is older than 1,900 years, having been created when the Roman Empire ruled the region around Qumran. Scientists have hypothesized that the treasure was concealed to avoid being captured by Roman forces during the time the scroll was written, because there were several uprisings against Roman control at the time. The truth of the treasure's existence, where exactly it was hidden, whether it was ever discovered, and if it might still exist today, are all unsolvable mysteries. Number 6. When was Jesus born? Jesus was probably not born on December 25th, despite the fact that many Christians today celebrate his birth on that day. The date of December 25th may have been chosen because it's close to Saturnalia, a Roman festival that celebrated the god Saturn. More than 300 years after Jesus' birth, the earliest mentions of his birthday being on December 25th date to the 4th century AD. Even today, many Orthodox Christians celebrate Jesus' birthday on January 6th or 7th. According to ancient records, early Christians were never able to agree on a date for his birth, and many still observe this date as the day on which Jesus was born. In the end, it is doubtful that the birth date of Jesus will ever be determined. In fact, the exact year is uncertain, though scholars largely concur that it occurred sometime around 4 BC. Number 7, Atlantis. Is there a city in Atlantis? The Greek philosopher Plato claimed in a work from the 4th century BC that Atlantis, a land in the Atlantic Ocean, once ruled much of what is now Europe and Africa. In the tale, Atlantis is retaliated against by the prehistoric Athenians, and the battle results in Atlantis' submergence. While no reputable academic considers this tale to be literally genuine, some have theorized that the mythology may have been partially influenced by actual occurrences in Greek history. One possibility is that the Minoan civilization, as it's now called, which flourished on the island of Crete until about 1400 BC, could have inspired the story of Atlantis. Thera, a volcano in Greece, erupted, severely damaging Minoan towns despite the fact that Crete is in the Mediterranean, not the Atlantic. Archaeologists also discovered that the Mycenaeans, a tribe situated on mainland Greece, eventually defeated the Minoans or compelled them to join them. It's unlikely that this debate will ever be fully settled. Where is the Holy Grail? The Holy Grail, the cup that Jesus drank from at his final supper with his disciples before his crucifixion, has never been found and probably never will be. In fact, there wasn't much interest in it until the Middle Ages, when the authors of some King Arthur tales claimed that King Arthur and his knights were on a quest to find the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is still a popular topic in fiction, and it has been used as a plot device in films like 1989's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where it was used to heal Indiana Jones after he was shot by Nazis. However, there are no serious scholarly efforts to find it. These are some of the daring mysteries that do not have an explanation to date. In fact, the lack of answers only makes these enigmas more intriguing. What is your view on this? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe to Discovery Unraveled for more interesting videos like this. Check out other videos on the channel as well.